So today I've got an Eppendorf Centrifuge 5415R to look at. I've got two of them actually. This one doesn't power up and this one powers up, but they say the speed control is a little flaky compared to this one. This one doesn't power up, and a few tricks I learned on it to get this case off. There's two screws on this side and there's two on this side, and then there's a little bit more you have to do. If it's not powering up, you have to pry this cap off and go in there, and you'll see a nut down inside of there. I'll show you better. You can see that nut down there. You rotate that counterclockwise and it rotates the arms out of the way. And then you have to remove all this hardware here. There's this hinge pin here, which is actually on here, you can see it. You have to remove all of this, and so you have to take these four screws out here, and then you get that off of there. You get the plastic off, and that exposes these clips, these E-clips. And so there's one E-clip on, I left it on the axle there. You only have to remove one, then you slide this pin out, and the pin captures these springs here. And you also want to keep up with these nylon bushings. And you also want to keep up with this little magnet. This is the magnet that communicates, the magnet's there, and it actually communicates to a sensor here to let this thing know the case is closed. And so you can see the springs there on this one. But all this has to come off, and then you can lift this case off. And so you can see with this lid off, the case is going to lift right up around these two posts that are sticking up. Yeah, so I'll show you on this one. I can lift this up now. And you want to be careful about the connections to the panel here. There's a ribbon here that you disconnect there, and then there's some control wiring here and a ground. And once all that is disconnected, you can set the panel aside, and you can actually see inside there. Here's the other end of the sensor, magnetic switch that tells the machine the door is closed. And I'll show you what I did. I found on this one, I found on the internet, there was a guy that talked about a capacitor being an issue, and I'm going to zoom in on it and show you what I did. It's zoom in a little closer, you can see it looks like a C824. You can see it's laying on its side here, and he said this capacitor goes bad and it prevents the power supply from booting up. And so what I did, I just pulled the capacitor off straight out the board, and it left me two tabs, and I just bent the leads on this capacitor here and soldered it on there without having to remove the board or anything. And it's it was a 2.2 microfarad capacitor, and so I put in a 10 microfarad capacitor in place of it, and that allowed it to boot right up and start working. But I'm assuming probably these other capacitors are bad, and that may be what's causing my other machine to have weird issues. So I'm going to hook all of these controls up. Now that I've replaced that one capacitor, and the machine will boot up now. Just have to connect all this back. Ground. Control here. And there's a piece of foam rubber that goes right in there as well. And I'll show you this detail here while I got it out, while you can see it. It's the latch for the cover. So this is the latch for the cover, and this is what you turn to disengage the latch. So when I was working on it, the latch was engaged. I couldn't get the lid up, so I couldn't get the cover off. But I took that port, access this port here, and you turn this counterclockwise, and it backs the locking arms away and allows you to access the cover. I have all the controls plugged back in. I'm going to power it up, see if it boots up. I've got a red and a green LED there that's indicating it's booting.